Welcome to the Gateway City. Yes, we are in St. Louis, Missouri, home of the Blues, and this should be a fun one. Glad you could join us. She's Cheryl Pounder. I'm James Cebulski for EA Sports.
Both teams look ready to go, and it's time to drop the puck.
The Flyers get off to a good start as they win the opening faceoff. And now they look to make something happen from the neutral zone. Moves it to Glendening. Feeds the puck to Fowler. And they cough it up at center. The Flyers carry it along the wall.
Blocked in traffic.
The Blues take over on possession. Oh, he destroys them on the play. Knocked away.
The cliche in hockey is you want to start the game hard and physical and really set the tone, and that's what he was doing right there.
Huge steal in his own end. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. And he takes the pass. The Flyers will play it in their own end. From the defensive zone, they move the puck around. Quick pass to Michkov. Here's a shot! Denied by the goaltender.
Binnington's made a great save, and even better is the redirect to the corner.
To the front! And there's the save.
Whether you're a player or goaltender, so much of the training is about reaction, and you can certainly tell that it has come in handy for him because he makes an incredible save just by instincts alone.
From the open ice, they gain the line. Shot! Stopped by the goaltender. Takes the pass. Into the attacking end. Oh, he got thunderstruck on that hit. From the left side, they enter the attacking zone. On the wraparound. Great save by the Tendy on the wraparound.
Well, you got to have a strong push if you want to be able to go. To boast, kids, and that's exactly what he does to make the save. I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact. That was intentional, certainly trying to really drive that body and separate the player from puck.
Slips by the check. Tremendous block on the play.
Well, and the bench really erupts on that one because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
The Flyers have it behind the cage. Puck sent down the ice. We'll get an icing. Still lots of time left here in this frame. We've still got zeros on the board. Philadelphia's taken possession in their own end. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Slides it back to the blue line. Too much congestion in front.
I'm going to guess that he's going to look to drive the net and shoot the puck, given that he's one goal away from his next milestone.
Philadelphia's got it across the line. Takes the puck behind the net. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. The Flyers have it now. Both sides mixed up for that battle for the puck along the wall. It's a fancy footwork to kick it over to his teammate. Broken up with a little physicality. Puck scooped up by Smith. And kept that one out of the net.
Oh, that's an absolutely massive hit, James. These are the types of hits that can change the landscape of the game. The power of the legs right through the body. Lack of awareness there on the puck carrier.
Past the midway mark in this period, the game is still scoreless. Philadelphia is going to start with the puck in their own end. Now he slides it up to Grundstrom. They've got numbers here. And turns aside the slapper with ease. And he takes the dish. Shot! Oh, and he misses that one!
Well, momentum is everything in the game of hockey, James. You absolutely want to get on the board first. Nonetheless, you have to get it on net.
With the stop. And he can't hang on up with that hit. grab by Glendening. Moves it quickly over to Ristolainen. St. Louis takes possession along the wall. The Flyers have it in the offensive end. Scooped up along the wall by Dvorak.
Oh, trying to put it on the corner and just missed that one.
Well, hockey is a game of inches, and a great shot just misses.
Dumps it into the ozone. The Flyers gain control of the puck. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. The Blues gain possession in their own end. Fires it on net. And it doesn't reach the net because it goes off a stick. All right, time to get a clean sheet of ice here as period number 1 comes to an end. As you heard the horn sound, we'll be back with much, much more as this is going to be a fun one tonight.
Join us for our next team practice, which will be open to the public. Admission is simply by donation, with all proceeds going to local charities.
Two more periods to go, and we're about to play the second frame here.
It's been advantage goalies through the first 20 minutes of this one as we are still looking for the game's first goal as the puck drops in period number 2. Well, Cheryl, already a third of this one played. What do you make of this one?
The Flyers have talked about being a possession-oriented team, having a lot of motion and support the puck carrier quickly. They've done that extremely effectively through the first period. They weren't rewarded for it, so they just need to continue through the second, continue with that game plan.
Philadelphia's got the puck along the wall. Picked up along the boards by Stump. St. Louis looks to move the puck from their own end. From the right side, they gain the zone.
Here's a center pass, and that's blocked in front.
Yolson's moving it ahead. Stump's got the puck with the stop.
Back-to-back saves there. The score, it's in. He gets a hold of his own rebound and makes it count the second time.
Well, the coach is going to like this goal. It's all about the effort and habits, not turning away from the net after the original shot, James, but continuing to track it and able to deposit in the net.
Philadelphia's been rewarded for putting pucks on net here early in the second. Glendening's gained possession inside the neutral zone. Right up Main Street and on the attack. Here's a short pass to Tippett. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Denied by the goaltender. Scores! Well, he's on the board.
Well, that's always a good feeling when you get your first under your belt, James, but it's always about setting the tone at the beginning of the season, setting yourself up for success. Anytime a goal is a result of a battle, you know that the coach loves it, and it's going to show up in the video room the next day because it is all initiated by will and the willingness to sacrifice your body, right? To be able to provide the intangible on the play, and then you're able to execute with the skill and be opportunistic once you gain possession. I just love it.
The Flyers continue to dictate the play here tonight. They've now gone up by 2 in the second.
Yeah, their play is reflective on the scoreboard, and that's not always the case, but they've had the majority of the shots in this one, James. As they continue to put pucks to the net, I expect that number to go up.
Sends it out front. Scores! What a finish on the play.
The Blues have finally pushed back after that goal.
They needed something, anything in this second period to light them on fire, James, and hopefully that goal does it because it's been flat so far.
The Flyers take it along the wall. Biddington's going to hang on for a whistle. The Flyers have a decided edge in the shot department and also in the score as well here in the second. The Blues get a hold of the puck in their own end. Philadelphia's got the puck. On the attack along the boards. Here's a chance. Blocked, although that might be a save.
Well, that is a save, James. I don't think the goaltender would have gotten to position in time, and he's able to take it away.
Slides it across. Score!
won the draw. Sends it deep inside the offensive zone. Unable to reach that one. Thunderous collision on the plate. And look at the bench set up. And that's intercepted by Smith. From the point. And that's blocked as he gets down low. And now it's grabbed by Andre. Quick feed to Neighbors. Oh, smart heads up Reed. The Flyers scooping up along the boards. Chase in front. Stopped by the goaltender.
What a save. I mean, how quick do you have to be able to get on that puck, James? Anytime it's in the low slot, you got to be on your toes, and that's exactly what he was to be able to make the save.
Can't keep a hold of it. Here's a chance. Comes up with the stop. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. Big pass feed. And a good solid hit on that play. Now over to Kyrou. They've got some momentum here. Philadelphia's got control of it now from their own end. From the left side, it moves to the middle of the ice. Shuts them down.
Great positioning by the goaltender to redirect it to the corner, getting it out of danger.
Kyrou's got on the offensive end. Shot! And that goes off the play. Stop!
So these next two shifts are critical. They want to play with a ton of energy and keep their opponent guessing.
St. Louis has gone up by one here late in period number 2. The timing of this goal, Cheryl, huge for both sides here.
Impeccable timing, isn't it? You know that everyone on the bench loves it, the coach loves it, but they need to stay aggressive. It certainly isn't comfortable. They definitely want to get to the intermission holding the lead, but it's about playing in the now, playing in the present.
Angles it over to Forster. To the low slot. Oh, how did he get a glove on that? What a stop by Bennington.
What an incredible glove save by the goaltender. I mean, he gets out to the top of his crease. He's challenging. He's saying, hey, try and beat me on this side.
Here in the late goings of the period, the Blues are looking to build on this one-goal lead. Here's an opportunity. Oh, he steps up with the glove to stop that one. Centers glide into the dot as the face-off ready to resume play. Good job tangling up his opponent here. St. Louis moves it quickly along the wing. Here's a chance. Turns that one away. There's the whistle. We'll get a face-off after the goalie covers up. Philadelphia's won the draw. And he takes a shot. And he snags that one with the glove. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. The Flyers come up with a defensive zone draw. Moves it to Yulson. Moves the puck. And he passes it up ahead to Tippett. Moves the puck along the half wall. With the steal. Here they come through center and into the offensive end. Stopped by the goaltender. Well, there's the horn, and that means 2 periods down. And there's still a critical third to play. Looking forward to this one. Third period action is coming up. We are moments away from the third period. The truth lies here. Moment of truth for one team. Here we go. Third period is underway. Cheryl, 40 minutes in the books now played. How do you view this one?
The Flyers don't need to change their game plan, James. I mean, they're trailing by 1 goal, but they found a way to own the puck through the majority of the game, and this is a good sign. Anytime you're holding the puck, now it's about being opportunistic and finding a way to get some net front presence and put one by the tender.
Slides it to Yulson. The Flyers played along the wing. Big time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes, James. And listen, coach is going to love that one. I expect to see him out here again.
Quick pass to Bushnevich. Here they come on the attack. The Flyers have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Right up the gut into the offensive end. And that shot gets caught in traffic. Shakes off the coverage. Moves the puck to Ristolainen. Quick pass across to Cates. We're going to face off after the puck stays covered up.
Let's have another look at that monster of a hit there, James. You got to love it. You have to have great timing, and you got to know when your opponent's vulnerable.
Plenty of playing time left in this frame. It's a one-goal hockey game. 3-2 is where we sit. Picked up along the wall by Holloway. Philadelphia's got possession here in the offensive zone. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Nice connection on a cross-ice pass. Dumps it in. Directed over to Sanheim. The Flyers move the puck in the defensive zone. Moves it quickly over to Drysdale. Handles the puck. With possession along the wall. Takes a shot. Comes up with the stop. Binnington's going to wait for the whistle, and I don't mind this strategy here, Cheryl.
Me neither. I mean, he's having himself a game, isn't he, James? He has been dominant between the pipes, and he knows he needs to pounce on this puck. He looks at the game clock. They're winning. Not much time left in the third. They got to figure out a way to play it safe.
Sneaks away with the puck after he was tangled up on the draw. The Flyers have the advantage in shots tonight, but they still find themselves trailing here in the third period. Teams want it in their own end. Mayu's lugging the puck. Through the middle of the ice, they enter the attacking zone. And he comes up with it. Philadelphia's got possession of the puck. The Flyers will play it from the defensive zone. And he coughs it up with the pass. And that's a smart heads-up play by Sanheim. The Oilers are up next as this homestand continues. We'll be there. I think we're both expecting fireworks, so we hope to see you there as well. More than half the frame has been played here. St. Louis leads it 3-2. Oh, and he takes possession of the puck from off the wing with the centers all locked up there off the draw. Philadelphia's got a hold of it against the wall. St. Louis has it in the open ice. Oh, he throws down an intergalactic hit there.
And they have to be keeping their heads up here. I mean, you know exactly what he's going to be doing when he gets on the ice. He's throwing a ton of hits so far. Well, it's a close game, and you need a shot in the arm sometimes, and the best way to do that is to physically engage. And the response to that hit, you just have a look at the bench, and you know that the team is bumped.
Bordelo's got the puck, and they'll go on the attack. And it banks off a stick in traffic. Moves it to Grundstrom. The Blues gain control of the puck against the wall. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. Handles it along the blue line. Here's a short pass to Glendening. There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up. A lot on the line here in this offensive zone faceoff. Center's jammed up and the winger grabs the puck. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. A critical draw here. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Stars! And look who's at it again. They are really turning up the heat.
So creative and free. And the reason why you can play free because you're playing with a ton of confidence, not afraid to put the puck to the net and, of course, retrieve it.
Shot! And that caroms off a body in the lane. Looks to make a play over to Fowler. Oh, and he's hammered right onto the bench. New Binnington in one.
He's in there, isn't he? And everyone's kind of giving the shove, trying to get him out of there. That's embarrassing. Anytime you got to put your head down and get back to the bench, that's tough. You're going to get razzed when you get back to your own.
Grabbed along the boards by Kyrou. Takes the pass in the offensive zone. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. Knocks him into the boards.
No surprise that he's laid multiple hits in this game. That's how he physically engages. He loves to lay the body and separate player from puck.
St. Louis has it near the wall. Takes the feed. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Pass it up ahead. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Oh, and it goes off the outside of the post. There's the whistle as the puck goes out of play.
Well, that's how you get a puck, James. I mean, you recognize the timing it takes to meet your opponent right at the right time. I mean, that's just an explosive hit, gets the job done.
Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Glendening's taking it from his own end. Tippett's crossed the line and is on the attack now. And that shot goes nowhere as the lane was filled. The Flyers take possession here in the open ice. Puck dumped in. St. Louis looks to break out in their own end. Slides the puck over. Good stand-up hit. There's the whistle as the puck stopper elects to hang on. Officials are in position, and both teams are getting ready as they get set for another face-off here. And they win the draw on their own end. And he moves it up to Konechny. Final seconds ticking away on this one, and the home team giving the fans something to cheer and get loud about. Listen to them. And we are all over with this one. St. Louis didn't have the puck on their sticks a whole lot tonight, but when they did, they made it count, Cheryl, and that's ultimately the win.
Scoring efficiency is high. Time of possession is not, so the analytics department is just shaking their heads at this one, James.
Yeah, totally.